Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you've had a great time so far. Today, we'll be talking about anime where the main character was betrayed and now he's returned and is overpowered. You know what hurts most about betrayal? It comes from friends, from people you trust. Betrayal leaves these characters broken, and I must say that these emotional betrayal scenes are gut-wrenching and heart-shattering. Anyways, when a betrayal takes place, best believe that a revenge is on the cards, and as they say, revenge is a dish best served cold. Anime does serve the best revenge, and when an overpowered character is coming back for you, then there is nowhere to hide. Nowhere is safe. 10. Matsutsushi Orphan. Oh god, this is one hell of a throwback. Back when anime used to be actually good with no harem or stupid cliches ruining it. The show's premise is simple. As well, the MC's mentor messes with the forces she cannot begin to comprehend and ends up becoming a mindless beast, with everyone turning their backs on her. Only Orphan is ready to do whatever he has to in order to cure her and bring her back to normal. He severs his ties with his magical institute, knowing quite well that his old comrades will be hunting him, as well as his teacher now. Faced with unsurmountable odds, what does he do? He faces them straight head-on, of course. 9. Evil or Live. Yeesh, and I thought my parents overreact to things I do. This mother drugged her son and sent him off to prison-like facility just because she thought that him using the internet too much is a disease that needs a cure. Talk about ignorance. After waking up in said facility, the MC is introduced to the harsh world he's now a part of. It is kill or be killed, and there, as if he wasn't having enough problems in his life, the continuous mistreatment and abuse he faced in there all drove him to decide and commit suicide. But since he's the main character, we all know he isn't dead. On the contrary, he's saved by the enigmatic Shin, promising him to make his stay in that prison worthwhile. 8. Kwanji Fashi. The story of a strange high school student, Mo Fan. He finds himself in a different universe. A world where magic has replaced all science, and technology thrives through sorcery. The world is dangerous and dark, with beasts lurking in a forest that surrounds their world. Only the most capable of students engage in spellcasting and mastery, so that they can both fight these beasts, help in the development of this world, and become legends of their own. Being born poor, the son of a mundane laborer with a sister that suffers from a disability, Mo Fan started out with disadvantages. That doesn't stop him from dreaming, though. He aspires to become a magician, a proper wizard, so that he can become a successful person in his world to repay all the efforts his father put in raising him. After he gets accepted into a renowned magical institution, he becomes the laughingstock of the school due to his inferior magical abilities and his poverty. Despite these shortcomings and discriminations, Mo Fan manages to harness the power of the fire element, but also the incredibly rare lightning element. This versatility and high quota of magical powers makes him extremely strong, and at some point, absolutely overpowered. 7. Kaifuku. Do I even have to explain that? I mean, seriously, is there anyone that ever watched anime that didn't see or glimpse even a single scene of this anime after it blew up in popularity since the beginning with its controversial, to say the least, non-child-friendly first episode? His power is that of healing, but the thing about his power is that it's the most powerful heal there is, up to the point that he can return amputated body parts as if they were never gone. With one side effect though, all the painful experiences they had when losing that part of their body or being hurt in general is transferred to him with all the gruesome details. The worse the injury, the worse he feels, to the point of sometimes losing consciousness from all the pain. 6. Arifureta. A complete class of teenage students is isekai to another world as heroes of the nation summoned to battle an impending doom threatening to destroy the world. You know, the usual isekai shenanigans. This MC is given a powerful ability, yet it is useless in an actual fight. In the thick of the battle, as they were retreating from a collapsing bridge, one of the other classmates betrays him and blasts him with a fireball, sending him even deeper down into the dungeon floors, assuming he killed him. But we can't just kill off the main character on episode 1, now can we? Since he's such a lucky bastard, he encounters a killer bear that takes his arm from him and eats it in front of his eyes. I guess he needed a hand. Ba-dum-bum. Please, kill me. He later on finds a source of holy water that he drinks from and heals his wounds, as well as starts to feed on the monsters he hunts, which are actually toxic for humans. But you gotta do what you gotta do in order to survive. Long story short, he finds a lowly vampire sealed in that dungeon, frees her, becomes lovers, and leaves the dungeon as an overpowered dynamic duo. Trust me, this show is amazing and worth your time, so go and check it out, and good news, Season 2 is already on the way. 5. Inuyashiki. Turning into an ageless cyborg technically makes you immortal, right? Inuyashiki is the oldest member of his household at the age of 58, though he looks 70. For that, he's treated badly by everyone around him, even his own blood. All except his trustworthy dog Hanako, that is. One day he gets hit by a meteor, only to discover that he has transformed into a powerful weaponized cyborg. He should get revenge on all who ever treated him badly, right? I thought so too. However, all he wanted to do with his new power is to save and help others. Such a kind person to the end, don't you think? 4. Kaze no Stigma. It's just strange how families in anime can be whole universes apart from each other. We can have parents not giving a flying hoot at their kid wanting to travel the world alone while being only 9 years old. And on the other hand, some just disown their own child not being able to play with fire in the perfect way out there. Just what? Things just aren't the same at all for Kazuma, as much to his surprise. His return wouldn't turn out the way he expected it to go, since with all these murders making the whole place take on the brightest red there is, him being the prime suspect while having to aid the very people who banished him not long ago is a setting that we could only see in an anime, no? Well, let's see what the boy has to offer, since that Fujutsu sure looks cool as hell. 3. Akatsuki no Yona. A princess, living all her life in luxury, looking at the world underneath her from her ivory tower, gets struck with the cruel truth of the world she lives in when her father is deceived, slain, and usurped by her cousin. She manages to escape barely alive, and this is when she realizes that life isn't as perfect as she used to think in her kingdom, and witnesses firsthand the injustice, poverty, and deprivation her people have faced over the years. Only then she decided to carry out her revenge and retrieve her rightful throne and defeat her cousin that is leading the kingdom to ruin. 2. 91 Days. Nothing better than an old-fashioned tale of family vendetta to lighten up our day. In this tragic story, the MC family is killed by a prominent and well-known mafia family. And as usual, facing no consequences for their actions whatsoever, they carry on with their lives simply as if nothing happened. Years later, the MC never forgot his vendetta and prepared a fail-proof plan to take back his vengeance in the best way possible and make everyone pay for what they did to him in his ruined life. He manages to infiltrate the family and rise through the ranks, but will he be able to accomplish his goal? 1. Code Guess. The year is 2010, and the Holy Empire of Britannia has successfully established itself as the dominant military nation in the world. It now sets its eyes upon Japan and begins its conquest. Renamed to Area 11 after the defeat, there are rebel forces brewing in the lands of Area 11 who swear to fight and take back their homeland from these tyrannical forces. Main character, Lelouch Lamperouge, is a Britannian student, and unfortunately for him, he finds himself caught in the crossfire between the Britannian military forces and the Area 11 rebel forces. However, he's able to escape with the help of a mysterious girl named Cece, who gives him the power of Geas, the power of kings. This power lets Lelouch command anyone to his obedience. Lelouch realizes the potential of his true hidden powers and begins on a perilous journey as the masked vigilante Zero, who leads a merciless assault against Britannia to push them back once and for all. There you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and found an anime or two that you haven't watched yet. Now make sure you like this video and share your thoughts in the comments section down below. And if you're new to the channel, you should consider turning that red subscribe button gray. I post regular content multiple times a week. I know that I didn't cover all the relevant anime in this video, so if you have something to recommend, you can let us know in the comments below. Well then, see you guys in my next video. Until then, stay safe and watch anime.